Hi everyone! Today I am here to talk to you about your weight and your waist. It can be too easy to think or worry about your weight and get stressed out when hopping on that scale, especially when you have a very busy schedule and so many things going on in your life and you realize you've had little time to prepare healthy foods for the week, or you can't seem to find time to fit in any exercise or workouts in your day, and it can be really stressful. And then in the meantime, everywhere we look, society is plugging the message that we need to lose weight fast. And this can be incredibly overwhelming and discouraging. And what you weigh can certainly matter, but only to a certain extent. And today what I want to focus on and what I want to talk to you about is why you should be more concerned with your waist circumference than the number that is actually there on the scale. The internal fat around your abdominal organs is what can be the real issue. That internal fat is also known as visceral fat, and it can release a bunch of hormones and inflammatory compounds that can mess with your blood sugar and blood fats and blood pressure. So let's talk about waist circumference or belly fat. So do you remember that like fruit body descriptions, like being an apple or a pear? The apple is kind of round around the middle, holding on to belly fat in the core, and the pear is rounder around the hips and the thighs. So that is basically what I'm referring to here. So do you know which shape is associated with higher risk of sleep apnea, blood sugar issues, and heart issues? If you guessed it, it's the apple. And it's not because of the fat directly under the skin, that referred to as like the muffin top or that pinchable fat. The health risk is actually due to the fat inside the abdomen, covering the liver, intestines, and other organs that are located there. And this internal fat is called visceral fat, and that's where a lot of the problem actually lies. So now remember that the visceral fat, as I mentioned, can be a health issue because it releases fatty acids, inflammatory compounds, and hormones that can negatively impact blood fats, blood pressure, and blood sugar. And the apple-shaped people tend to have a lot more of this hidden visceral fat than the pear-shaped people do. So as you can see, where your fat is stored is more important than how much you weigh. So how do you know if you're an apple or a pear? Well, it's pretty simple. To find out if you're in the higher risk category or not, the easiest way is really just to measure your waist. So measure your waist circumference with a measuring tape. And you can do it right now. Just get out your measuring tape. And women, if your waist is 35 inches or more, you could be considered to have abdominal obesity and be in that higher risk category. Obviously, pregnant women, you are the exception. And for men, the number is 40 inches. Of course, this isn't a diagnostic tool. There are lots of risk factors for chronic diseases. Waist circumference is just one of them. So that's one thing to make a note of. And always consult your doctor, especially if you have health concerns. So here are 6 ways to start reducing some of that stubborn belly fat today. Number 1, eat more fiber. Fiber can help reduce belly fat in a few ways. First of all, it helps you feel full, and it also helps to reduce the amount of calories you absorb from your food. So some examples of high fiber foods are Brussels sprouts, flax and chia seeds, avocado, and blackberries. Number 2, add more protein to your day. protein reduces your appetite and makes you feel fuller longer. It also has a high thermic effect of food compared with fats and carbs and ensures you have enough of the amino acid building blocks for your muscles. Number 3, nix the added sugars. This means ditch the processed sweetened foods, especially those sweet drinks. Number 4, move more. Get some aerobic exercise, lift some weights, walk, take the stairs. It all adds up, just get moving. And number 5 is to stress less. Seriously, elevated levels in the stress hormone cortisol have been shown to increase appetite and drive abdominal fat. And number 6 is to get more sleep and try to make it a priority and see how much better you're going to look and you're going to feel with that sleep. So thank you so much for listening in today. Hopefully you found those tips helpful. If you would like weekly tips emailed to you, I've added the link below to sign up. It also comes with a free download of additional ways that you can quickly gain energy boosts throughout your day, because who doesn't need more energy? And it's all without those sugary drinks. Thank you for listening, guys. Talk to you soon.